manly men, manly men, manly men.
Dude, I feel like social media itself is a big factor in fucking people up in general, not just women. I feel like, with all that stuff on top of what you said, people don't want to go out there and learn. People don't want to go out there and learn basic, human, life skills, like cooking or cleaning. Yeah, there's a bigger problem on top of everything else. Like, you come to terms with, okay, this person doesn't give a fuck about themselves, so they don't care about me, so I should dip.
That's all red pill is. But anyway, but back to what Corn was saying. Like all red pill is that's what it is knowing what you want and being yourself at the end of the day. Discovering your true self and projecting it out in the world, and whatever you get back is what you get back, including women, to me.
Well, are we going to have to lie a little? Are we going to have to lie a little to get something from the chick?
I think you just have to fake it till you make it.
Again, I'm not trying to defend lying or that. What I'm saying is what we are seeing, what women, the little that comes with a woman, with what a man requires, as what a red pill requires, as just being true to yourself requires. These women aren't looking for.
But I was going to say, but that it. Look, let me put it this way: if all the chicks you're dealing, this is in my opinion, if all the chicks you're dealing with can't cook, they don't want to commit long term, they don't want to do what is required of an actual woman to serve an actual man, and then have that actual man, because it takes a lot to be an actual man too. True. Provide that woman what she requires to then be in her feminine, mindset. Then all she's good for is sex, and then that's it. Go on to the next one. Like, the thing is, red pill, it's for longevity, really. Yeah. It's for longevity. Yeah, it is. Like it's not just like if all you're finding is chicks that just don't want to cook, and we're using that as an example, right? Like, don't want to cook, don't want to clean, have never washed their own car by themselves, like have never done anything for themselves to then do it for somebody else. What good is that woman at the end of the day? That's on her. That's not on you as a red pill man. What's on you as a red pill man is finding the woman that's going to do these things that you want them to do, who's going to do it without you even having to say anything, because that's what she wants from herself.
That's a big one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the one that you stick with.
Yeah. The only reason why I used cooking is just because I just thought.
I mean, it's a good example though. It's a good example. It's a good one. People cooking, being a woman and cooking has a stigma, but it's a great example.
It's like you get off of work, off a 12-hour shift, you come home. What do you want?
Let's cook you some food. What? Tell me how great of a feeling that is to have somebody come. You come home and somebody's gonna cook you a meal.
That's an amazing perk.
Honestly,
and it goes without
that's a great thing.
Having to ask for it. It's nice just to have somebody do something for you.
You know what I'm saying?
You need that shit. People actually just need to feel cared about in some capacity. It's nice. Yeah.
And then as a man, you let her know that you appreciate that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't about just being the dominant thing and then not giving them anything back in return. This is a push-pull thing with the emphasis on the man, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's you're the important one. It's just the way it works biologically. I don't know what else to fucking say. It's just the way it works in the world.
I agree.
Not to say that women aren't special, amazing, necessary, all this stuff. They have their lane, we have our lane. Our lane just happens to be a little bit wider. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I got off topic a little bit, but what you were saying, I've lost my train. I've said everything I need to fucking say. as far as that goes.
All right, so a few other red pill things that I was studying yesterday. It was actually the coach, Clint, that you got me on. He was talking to me about, here's one, how you can never truly be friends with a woman. What's your opinion on that?
I agree with that.
Because I will give you some examples. The women I'm friends with, I don't live near. I think that's why we're friends. Because what it comes down to is that one of you is always going to want more. You guys agree with that?
I agree.
I disagree.
Really? Okay, Corn. Yeah.
I don't know if one of you will always want more, but I think that you're either going to want to fuck her or not. And depending on if you don't want to fuck her, what else can she do for you? And
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. Like
Or
you got to
she's
figure
with
out the
you for
dynamic.
that.
Yeah, or something. But like I don't necessarily agree that one is always going to want more, but I do think that there is some underlying something that somebody's getting out of it.
There's always going to be some tension, especially if you feel like this person is attractive and they feel the same about you. Like one of you is going to want more.
Oh, if you're attracted to her, like super attracted to her, and you don't go at her, then that's on you. That's blue pill to me.
Okay, fair enough.
If you don't at least shoot your shot, then it's a waste of time. If you're attracted.
Yeah.
If you're not attracted and she can benefit you in some other way, like you guys are coworkers, you got to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? That's all cool.
Okay, so Corn, I know you have an actual direct example, so go ahead.
I don't have a direct example.
Well, you just say you disagreed. What? You just say you disagreed.
That don't mean you got an example, nigga. Shit.
All right. Well, what do you disagree about it?
No, the same thing Jerry disagreed with. It's just like that's more of like you can have a relationship without one wanting to have more than the other.
But what type of relationship is it though?
Jaron was just saying, like if you're not physically,
because the premise of the question is friends, and you look at friendship. There's different levels of friendship, but if you're like truly a friend and you communicate every so often, and y'all are doing things together every so often.
Oh, you're saying that, yeah.
Think about the question. I'm not
because I will say I've been on both sides.
Y'all are right. But just think about the severity of the question. We're not talking about acquaintances here.
No, we're talking about like
a friend,
seeing them,
someone that you confide into and you share personal.
Yeah, things. I've never been that way with anyone. Like
I have with several, but mostly I have a lot of friends that are out of the state though. So I feel like that's the only time that this can actually work. Because on the occasions when I have been associated with women who I thought was a friend and they thought I was a friend, whichever way, that's not how it's going. Because the ones I was seeing as friends wanted more from me, and vice versa. You know, someone's gonna get fucked. Not literally. Someone's gonna get mentally fucked.
Okay, you know what? I take what I said back.
All right.
I've had many experiences like that.
Actually. So from none to many. All right.
Well, we had to reevaluate
that back, but that was so far out of my fucking head that like that's how far removed from that bullshit I am. Like I forgot that I even was like that.
All right.
But I've had a few female friends that was in high school though, maybe a little bit of middle school. But now that I think about it, every single one of them I wanted to fuck. Like every single one of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally every single. I can't bullshit. Literally every single one. It's different than like having, that's some real shit. Yeah, maybe I have.
Right. Because the thing is like by having a dichotomy relationship with the opposite sex, those require the most effort to maintain. Okay. And going back to the question of friendship, well, it's not an acquaintance that you check up on. You confide in a friend, and a friend's going to be there.
That's true, a friend, yeah.
Facebook,
when you said that clicked in my head.
Yeah, Facebook has ruined what it means to be a friend.
Oh,
as much as I hate to admit this, I got people on there I barely even know. But Facebook says we're friends. I'm not friends with them.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know them.
It's all lies.
I know them somewhat. I may have passed them somewhere and they added me. I'm like, sure, why not? But, you know, it's like that. You got to think about a friend. You confide in a friend. You help a friend. You'll be there for a friend. Yeah.
But
you do that with someone and they, they're a 5 and above. You're going to be like, There
you go. But exactly, Clint.
That's
5 above on our scale, but if it's a friend to us, it's probably not to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they probably.
Yeah, and we've all, at least me, I've been in a situation on both sides, and it sucks for the person who's attracted. It really does.
Yeah.
But it's just what you got to accept,
Yeah, man. I mean, shit. That's the truth. I mean, shit. That took me back a little bit. Damn, that took me back to being 15 and 16 and shit again, man.
Getting real up in here, as we're known to do.
Yeah, man. That's true. I mean, I wasn't like at these chicks every beck and call, but like we talked about, we confided for sure.
Yeah.
We hung out a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why you gotta be careful. Like, when you're married, go on.
I just want to say, but I'll put it this way: one thing that did do for me in a positive way was teach me how to talk to women.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
That's a good thing too, and especially like if you want to
and
be
having sisters too.
Right, and if you want to be single, having female friends, even if you never do anything with them. And let me put this out there, like there is such a thing as you can have like a decent friendship, but you keep the distance. Like
Exactly.
I have multiple girls, and please do not take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to like be egotistical in any way.
Clint has multiple girls.
But yeah, I have like 4 to 5 female friends that are all pining after me. But when I see them, I give them value. I help them. If I know of anything they need, I'm there. I support them. And I can tell, and you can tell by the way they interact, what they say, and almost all of them say it in some way or another, either directly or indirectly, that they look for something more. But I let them know in a kind way I can't provide that, and we do have, some type of a good friendship.
Yeah.
But going back to the question, I have to put those safeguards up, because if I don't, then it would probably ruin our friendships, and we wouldn't have anything anymore.
Oh, for sure.
Because they like you for you, and they know that that's genuine to you. That's
right.
what you want for yourself.
Right. And if I were to let those barriers down and I'd be banging them out, then they wouldn't understand why I wouldn't want to commit. It'd be over. I'd lose everything.
I'd lose it all.
But let me ask you this though: what are you gaining from them?
Their perspective, learning about them, understanding how women think, because now that we're at this level, they tell me like what they think when beta males hit on them, which is like 90% of guys.
Right. It's good to know this stuff.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is why the red pill is so powerful, is because I don't know.
You can do whatever you want with whatever woman you want.
3 to 5% of men in our society, westernized men, are red pill, like true alpha males. 3 to 5%. The other. They don't know what they're doing. So when you really embrace the red pill and own your life and get into your masculine frame and core, the women are just going to come to you.
That's all about.
And you interact with them and you treat them good and you work on your game. And in your head, you're like, all right, I don't want this girl, but I'm going to flirt with her and engage and use what I learned on the internet, and see if it works and how they respond to it. And they already have a high level of attraction, but that's how it works. And you just sharpen, this isn't a word, but your alphaness. You bolster yourself. You're always becoming a more truer version than yourself. You're always getting to this level. You've never arrived. You can always be better.
Yeah, of course, man. Like that's just life in general. Trying to improve yourself to the point where you feel like this is me now. Like, and I've been at points in my life where I'm like, man, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. So it's like you got to just keep on improving yourself, keep on studying this stuff. That way, it's nailed into your brain, so you don't forget. Just keep going after what you want, and eventually you will get there. Like everyone can do this stuff. No one's like uncurable in this fact. You don't have to stay beta. I mean,
well, you should.
Shit, guys. Folks at home, if I can get better in this department, you can too. Shit, anybody can. So, and it's really just about wanting it more. It's about wanting what you want. If that makes any sense. Sounds terrible going out, but
wanting to discover who you are as a person, really.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, it's about self-improvement. That's what it comes down to, and finding what works and applying it to yourself.
What you got, Corn?
So, just a quick question about being alpha male or beta male. With the stigma of women cheating being an emotional thing, and then men cheating being a physical thing, that's been the stigma of cheating. Is that necessarily like if can you cheat and still be an alpha male, still be on the good side of the red pill?
To me, no. But what do you mean by women cheating emotionally? Did you say emotionally or mentally?
Yeah, like
so give me what do you mean by that?
Like when a woman cheats, you never heard of that stigma? Like when a woman cheats, it's in like an emotional thing. It's for emotional reasons, and when a man cheats, it's a physical thing.
Oh, you're talking about for the reasons. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
So it's like a woman getting fucked by another man is like an emotional.
She's not getting Well, it should be physical
because
too.
how he makes her feel, and the guy.
Corn. Well, Corn. I will say this, bro. Not to interrupt. Briefly.
I do feel like you can still be in a relationship and still love that person and still cheat. It's just your reasoning. Now, if your reasoning was like, yo, she was hot and I fucked her, then obviously you don't love who you're with. But if it's like you're trying to get attention from someone, I'm not saying it's right. It's definitely not right. But I feel like it's definitely more of an alpha, like more of a reasonable response.
See, because I feel like briefly that it can also be physical for women because the guy's not, hitting it right and she's not satisfied physically. There's
that's a
reason
mental thing for a woman though. That's all mental.
All of it? I'm actually
Most of it.
Making a woman come is mostly mental. Trust me. It's mostly mental. But what I was going to say to Corn's question was that I think that Corn. Wait, hold on. Before I say that, Corn, you said that is. What can you ask the question one more time? I'm lost.
It is a tough question.
Everyone's lost.
And is cheating, is a man cheating, can you still be considered a red pill if you cheat on?
Oh, right. Okay. No. To me, no. Because to me, cheating's lying, and to me, lying is not a red pill.
That's not being faithful to yourself.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is cheating lying though? If you cheat on your woman and you go back and tell her that you cheated, is that still considered lying?
It's still you fucked up.
I would tell her that I wanted to see other people and ask her if I didn't want to break up with her and ask her if she's cool with that, or if like, or this is where I'm at. You down to continue this at this point?
I feel that.
To me, that would be a better way to go than to just straight cheat.
Hold up, everybody's talking at once.
A lot of people do that.
Who's really gonna go to their? I'm saying, all right. Compared to, if you take all the people, I bet you 90% of people are not gonna go. They're gonna go the other way. They're gonna cheat regardless. They're not gonna say, "Hey."
Then what was the red pill to blue pill statistic, Clint? What'd you say? 95%.
Yeah, because
there's only like 3 to 5. There's only 3 to 5%.
90% of people are shit. 90% of those people are indeed shit, bro.
Like you don't leave anything in the closet. If it's what you want, you tell them. And if it don't work out, then it's unfortunate. But
I agree. Because honestly, I would never cheat in general. I say that now, being in a position where I can't say that. But it's like, if you feel this, you go ahead and lay it out on the table. Be true to yourself first and foremost. Because if you're cheating, you're lying to yourself too, which is a blue pill.
Cheating is not good, man. Like,
and not only that, Corn. Like you asked the question, is there any lying in it? Well, you're not gonna be like, hey baby, I just found this really hot girl, so I'm gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat. And then after the fact, right?
Yeah, you're going to,
Yeah,
so
there's that
I'm planning on cheating on you tonight.
There's that dissension right there. There's that dissension and manipulation because you're manipulating a false narrative. Hey, everything's good. I'm going to be a little bit later at work, or hey, one of my friends, hey, I'm going out to hang out with so-and-so tonight. Well, you're going to go see her.
Bro.
And then your conscience.
And the shitty people doing this stuff.
There it is right there.
Yeah, bro, and the shitty people doing this stuff, that they're so used to it, they feel like it's normal. They're not going to tell anybody until they find out. That's where you separate the small percent of the people who are doing it right to the ones who are, shitheads.
Yeah, or you don't get anything committed to where you have to worry about something being cheating or not until you're sure that, you're actually ready for that for the foreseeable future, for the long haul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, nothing lasts forever, so you can't say forever. But
Sure.
You can say, like, for the next, for my next path in life, what I want is a serious relationship where something like cheating would be, a thing. Then you have to just like be ready to give that up. And if you do it, then you've become blue pilled on yourself. You lie to yourself because you made that decision for yourself to then go back on yourself. Cheating is as much on you as it is on the girl. Think about it, like you put yourself in a position to commit to something and somebody, and then you go against it, just like you go against a woman.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You took yourself off the market to promise a relationship, but then you lied to yourself.
Yeah. You betrayed yourself and that person.
Yeah. Like I tell you, I've cheated and it felt like shit. It felt like absolute shit. I never thought it'd feel so bad. It felt good, but then it felt bad. You know what I'm saying? but then it felt bad when I realized what I actually had done.
Right. When you can think about it.
And it's good. And it's good. And Jaron, it's good that you felt that way.
And I would be where I'm at today if I hadn't have gone through that. To be quite honest with you.
Same here.
You live and you learn.
I had it even worse because I cheated and I felt great the whole time.
I mean, that's true.
Now years later, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's even, So yeah, I mean, y'all definitely just schooled me on this shit because I didn't know it.
I'm learning stuff here tonight too, bro. I mean, I knew
if nobody else gets shit from this podcast, I'm glad Corn got something from it. Damn it, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's cool.
Again, though, some of those questions that I've been asking are for entertainment purposes. It's not what I actually.
Of course.
Yeah, we're not labeling you to those, bro.
Oh, man. Hey, so I want to get into the dark side now. I think I already said that, but we didn't quite get there. So the whole black pill shit and incels. You guys want to cover that?
Yeah, we can talk about incels, sure.
Let's delve into the darkness and reach our hand into the black pit and see what comes out. So,
I better. Oh, that's really like. Never mind.
All right, Clint, you're the master in this. So, not in incels, but you know most about it.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I don't like. What are you looking to achieve by like the dark? It's not the connotation of being gothic, bro.
Well, no.
If you're black pilled, it's not sinister or evil. You're just truly full MGTOW. You're on your own. Like, you do not necessarily like women too much. You avoid them and you stay away from them.
I feel like it isn't not liking them. It's like you just hit a point where you just want to.
Incel is not liking. Well.
No. MGTOW. I feel like
MGTOW's truly men going their own way. They will not.
Honestly,
and some MGTOWs will date, but they will never be in anything serious, and they absolutely will not marry.
But what you said in the beginning of the podcast about there being a point in someone's life where they kind of go into the MGTOW mode to focus on themselves, I feel like I'm there right now. I'll be honest with you. Yes, I will date if it comes around to it, but I want to focus on me first and foremost. And I really don't think
serious,
honestly. So I feel like that's not really a bad thing unless you commit to it for life.
Bad. If you commit, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
If you commit to it for life. Oh, Corn already went over to men going their own way. Yeah,
okay.
I covered that earlier. But yeah, bro, it comes down to you just want to focus on yourself, and as long as it's not permanent, I don't think that's
yeah, you should never do it as a permanent thing because you don't want to go through life alone.
No, you don't. Believe me, you don't. So yeah.
No, wait. All right, I'll say this because I said this on my own podcast before. I believe in true love, but I don't believe that true love is for everyone. So I do think that some men can go their own way.
A man is capable. Hold on. Yeah. A man is capable of doing it because a man is not relying on emotions for his existence like a woman is. Women can't deal with that. But a man can physically do this, okay? But he's not going to be happy.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. Yeah, again, it's
to be fully alone. No, bro.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of men who
have women in your life, and to grow and to be okay with it, you can still be happy, bro.
Yeah, the point of a big point of red pill is being happy, not having a woman around you at all times. Like, you have to be comfortable with yourself.
Let's talk about people in general. No, I'm at people in general, bro.
Dude, you're not going to be alone. You can going MGTOW doesn't mean that you don't have friends.
Right. That's right.
It doesn't mean that you don't have confidants and other men you talk to.
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, nor does black pill mean that.
Right. Everybody who's been scorned by the women in these categories have friends.
But look, it's MGTOW monk mode. When you fully isolate yourself from women, 9.9 times out of 10, they've been hurt really bad by a woman they don't want anything to do with them.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of times it's because.
But understand the different titles and the different meanings.
Yeah. So an incel, I learned, is an involuntary celibate. So they choose to not associate with sex because they're just so bitter. I read up. It was actually started
I didn't think that was the definition. I thought the definition of incel was you've been trying to have sex with women, but you can't. Therefore, you are involuntarily celibate.
Because you have no gain.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
They believe they're
because incels go out on dates and try and get women and stuff like that.
They become a hate group, so to speak.
Yeah, and they attack masculinity and they pander and placate to women.
Right. It's all the wrong stuff. It's like blue pill is like hypercharged. It becomes a very toxic area. They start blaming it on everything else aside from their own faults. It was actually started by a woman I read up who left the group.
What?
Yeah. Let me read you this.
Oh, right. Incel, I guess Incel would go both ways. Oh.
Yes. She started it.
Women incels.
She started it. Hold on. She started as a group for anybody of any gender who was lonely and never had sex or a relationship. But she eventually realized she was gay and left the group. So, and then men started using it just for men. So it's like this whole thing was kind of fucked from the start. But anyways, what I'm getting at is that it's a bad place. It's a bad place to be, right? So the incel group is pretty much your last. What's up?
The bomb waiting to explode.
Right. So
yeah.
anyone listening, avoid feeling like an incel. Read up on some research that we've even talked about tonight, just to avoid that.
I don't like these labels. I really don't like these labels because
And
now they're associating all this shit with crimes now. Now they're saying, oh, this person is an incel. The suspect was an incel. Let's target all these people.
Let's demonize them and crush them.
It's a bad way you fall into, and then you get labeled something. I'm not saying I like the word incel.
Well, that's just the media being the media. That's again arguably an attack on masculinity, in my opinion.
Right. I'm not saying I like any of these labels. I don't like having to talk about pills or incels. I think it's pretty dumb to have to use these words, but we have to separate what works and what doesn't in some capacity.
Well, and it's just a distinguishing factor because there's a lot of people that are starting to identify with these things, so it's just important to know what they are.
Yeah.
Everything is identified with a label. Like it's just like if you're not, and I don't understand how that is because some people may not be fully on that side. They might have little tendencies here and there of whatever title that they're in them. And it's just like eventually, I feel like eventually it's gonna get to the point where there's gonna be a crime that happens. Some dude's gonna shoot up a fucking courthouse, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, he was a Bernie supporter. He voted for Bernie Sanders 2 years ago." And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, he was a dim, and it's just like, why does this shit matter?
Crimes. We just had that shit just happened this past weekend, man. We got people getting labeled for that. One of them was committing a hate crime, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Like labels for that. Yeah, bro. I mean, they're bad. Every label. Well, not every label, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
but let me since Corin's saying this, let me pose this question. What if the MGTOW label and Incel label and all that shit, like what if Red Pill and all that was just like put out there just to segregate people even more? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like the labels themselves. Like people have been this way. The label Red Pill didn't really come out till a few years ago, like maybe 5-6 years ago, something like that. Like what if this is just another tactic of Big Daddy government? I'm just not necessarily what I believe. I'm just throwing this out there. Like what if these labels, Red Pill, Blue Pill, etc., is a way to point a certain groups of people out for further inspection, if you will, or for easier identification when a certain time may or may not come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a few years ago where it's like I'm a alpha, you're a beta, and now it's like, oh, I'm a red, you're this, you're that, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. I'm above you, I'm up here, you're down here, and it's all comparison tools. Like,
starts to sound like a class.
It's like, fam, we don't really need that shit right now. Like, all things, we definitely don't need fucking labels and shit right now.
Right.
But,
and just, for the listeners as well, please do not ever identify with these or associate yourselves with these in common speak.
Yeah. You should not be going out in public talking about, I'm aware.
Don't do that.
Part of having
This is insider knowledge, right? You keep this, look, like I said from the very beginning as we entered into this, you have a toolbox of your personal inventory. If I say something you don't like, throw it out. If I say something you like, put it in your toolbox for a later time.
Exactly.
And this, as I said, ultimately is for your protection and awareness of female nature.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be as polarizing as putting yourself into these subcategories, because I'm here to tell you, the people that identify with these things are pillars in it, and they're proponents of it, and they substantiate it.
Right.
They push the agenda. We ourselves have no business identifying with these things. You can tell yourself, we can speak in small groups. Hey, young man, are you aware of this? You know, hey, young
are
man,
you aware of what you're doing? Because even
you
me,
don't
who
have to
used
identify
suffer-
with these things. You're not a
Yeah.
pillar in it.
Yeah,
You just
That's
have
real
to.
shit.
even as somebody who used to notice myself doing the wrong side, so to speak, I don't like having to label that. I don't like having to say, hey, I used to be a beta orbiter, now I'm an alpha male. I hate those fucking terms. I don't enjoy saying that stuff. It's just knowing what works and what doesn't, and seeing what someone's doing that is belittling himself or what might be belittling me, and then realizing, okay, you don't have to do this. You can fix yourself. You know, you don't have to put this girl on a pedestal or vice versa.
Right.
You know, you can fix what's wrong, because like that doesn't have to be your identity. Your faults and what you're doing don't have to be who you are. You know. So yeah, the label shit. The label shit sucks. I agree. Like, I mean, I'm glad you brought that up, because like I don't think we were going to touch the labels themselves.
Yeah, you don't have to identify with these labels.
No.
People look at you like you got two heads, and 90% of people don't even know what it is quite yet. So
Exactly.
It's good to know, but not to push as far as the names are concerned.
Yeah, if you walk up to me and say you identify as a red pill,
I'm a stage 3 red pill, Corey.
You're going to, yeah.
I'm laughing at this. I know we already won, man.
And also, if some of y'all cats come up with some game from this podcast, don't be telling these women what you're doing either.
Yeah, don't
be going and telling them how what you're saying is making them feel how they feeling. Like, don't do that.
ever.
I fucked up in that department a lot. These guys have told me a lot of not to do that. So yeah,
And that is blue pill behavior. You do not do that. You never tell your secrets.
No.
Now let me put this out for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So,
moral of the story: don't listen to anything we've said tonight.
all right, here we go.
Hell no.
We all created this tonight. It's not real. No, I'm just kidding. All right, everybody, get your pen, paper out. Get your pencils out. I got some things though. If you all want to expand upon this knowledge, I've got some very good people in the Red Pill community to listen to. If you want to jot these names down,
Like Coach Red Pill.
that's one. Coach Red Pill.
Coach Red Pill's one.
All right, here's another one. An ear for men. Howard Dare. Sandman.
How dare he?
My personal favorite, Coach Greg Adams, and then Entrepreneurs in Cars. So if you want more of this valuable knowledge, to which it is, go on YouTube and look up their names.
I've got a few more to add.
Hell yeah.
These guys are specifically dating coaches. There's only
Tommy Wiseau. He's a good one.
No, he's not. I got Mr. Lucario. I got Donovan Sharp.
That's a Pokemon.
No, I got Mr. Lucario. I got Donovan Sharp. I got Alan Roger Curry, and I got Steve the Dean Williams. That's it.
And then
I got those.
Coach Corey Wayne.
No, please.
I haven't really looked at his stuff, to be honest. I don't know.
Well, hey, I already said it, so they got it now.
There you go. They got Coach Corey Wayne.
I really do implore us here, this evening, as I'll continue to do, and our listeners, at least look at it a little bit, because it really, really is some good knowledge, and it's for your protection and to understand female nature.
Of course.
And Jaron, hopefully you can drop some links in the description as well, Jaron. I don't know if you're doing that.
I'm gonna drop some links to some of these cats in the description for you guys too. So don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. The links to everybody that we named will be in the description. Don't worry about it. I got them.
So I'm gonna move us to a quick subtopic. That's okay.
Yeah.
I have one too, actually.
So if everyone remembers Bagel Boss, right? Bagel Boy, Bagel Man.
The crown incel himself.
Of course, the king of the incels. 3 feet tall. Yeah.
This is for y'all that don't know. This is a little short dude that went off in the bagel shop.
Oh, they know about him now, bro. He's gone viral. Everyone knows Bagel Boy now.
I didn't know that term until he said it for a podcast. Anyway, go ahead.
He's the next Danielle.
So now, you would think he's in hot water, but he kind of, I guess, to the media, he kind of climbed himself out of the water a bit. So after his whole debacle, all these videos came out. He did some interviews as well, because people actually went to his page. So, of course, when you get famous, people go to your page and they see all the dumb shit that you were doing, and which kind of questions the whole incident in itself. But again, go to my podcast, and I go more in detail. James and I go more in detail about that one from last week or a couple weeks ago.
I have a theory on that as well, but I won't.
But yeah, so he signed on for a reality show, which is crazy because I didn't know reality shows were still a thing. I didn't know getting your own reality show was still like a big deal. Now
that's all. That's on MTV now, dude. People love that Love and Hip Hop shit.
And so
they do.
So I'm gonna go through a couple of quotes here from the Complex website from his interview with TMZ that he did not too long ago, and he said some hot water about some racist shit and really other stuff. But I'll go on about this. So his name's Chris Morgan, by the way, and he was asked some questions about racism and homophobia, and this is a quote from him and saying that gays don't bother me. I can hang out with them. And then he went on to say about homophobia. He said, just don't touch me, especially in the private parts.
Oh, come on, dude.
What the hell?
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's not really something you should really broadcast. But I mean,
it doesn't need to be said. Like it's
of course not, man.
That
guy just seems like a piece of shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's like saying like, what do you feel about transgenders? It's like, oh, cool. Just don't touch me. Don't fuck me in the ass or something like that. It's just like, dude, fam. Like you don't need to say that shit, man. Like, you don't need to say that shit. So now the next one. So now we go on. And he says some more sketchy shit, of course. And it goes on. And as for racism, Morgan admitted he used the N-word, but still somehow doesn't consider himself as a racist. He goes on to say, no, I have black friends. Now, if somebody upsets me and he happens to be black and steals from me, and then that word comes out of my mouth, I'm not gonna lie.
Come on,
so
man. Stupid.
This guy says this, and he had already signed on for a reality show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I pull it. It's just, man, why do they have special characters getting more money, getting famous, and it's weird, man.
This is funny as hell to me.
It's popular. It's popular. It's funny. So this guy's being made a joke.
We know it's an agenda, but I mean, I feel like this is kind of like the Google GPS, where it's kind of like it's counterproductive of what their agenda is, because it's just like when I'm on the Google GPS,
how is it
and it's telling me
counterproductive?
that there's a speed trap ahead. I'm like, aren't you the government? Why are you telling me that there's a speed trap ahead of me? But yeah, I feel like this like a little counterproductive, because this dude's coming out here saying all this anti-gay shit, I won't say anti-black shit because he just said he would say it, but still, that's still like that's fucked up. So, especially the way he'd use it too. If somebody upsets him, then he'll say it. Like that's fucked up.
Like that's justifiable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm upset, so I'm going to use racial slurs now.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
with him saying all this anti shit, and he's still having a reality show, that's counterproductive to what they're trying to shove down our throats.
I see what you're saying, as in like, I see what you're saying, as in it being counterproductive because they're kicking people off of stuff from saying certain things like this. Yeah. But he's getting the show.
Yeah,
but
he's getting put on the rocket.
Yeah, but this comes down to what they deem more important: kicking people off of stuff for saying racial slurs, or putting people in the spotlight that demasculinize men, and make these racist people feel like they have a voice to then keep this whole shit going with this whole like being racist blatantly, being a whiny ass dude because some chick didn't like you off a dating app. Like that's how they want men to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it to me it fits, but it also is counterproductive in a certain way, which is that one way that you're saying. But I feel like the I feel like the negative benefit outweighs the other benefit. You know what I'm saying? The other negative benefit, if that makes any kind of sense. Like
I got you. I think he's just another new scapegoat, a new idiot to follow around and just get popular based on just the shit he's spewing out. Just like Danielle Bergoli and others before her. It's like the new idiot on the block. And then, it's just like pushing the horrible morals that people find funny. And there you go. You got a millionaire in the making right there. It's really just some fuckery that we're so used to now. It's just like it's like waking up and going to work now, where there's going to be a new idiot getting famous every so often. And it's just,
and people will say, oh, well, Danielle Bergoli's cultural appropriation. So she's acting like a ghetto black chick, and it's some white chick whose mom has two-tone colored hair and lets her act a fool. They're all pushing something, man. Like that's the thing about it. Like people forget this TV device is from the Nazis, and what do the Nazis do best? Manipulate. Mm-hmm. Like what the fuck you think is no different. It's just modern.
Yeah, it's the power of suggestion.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You see it, you hear it over and over again before it's just ingrained.
Yeah, bro. Fucking crazy out there. So I have one last subtopic. I think it'll be a good round off to what we've already talked about. I might get roasted for this. I appreciate it if my boy's doing it, if anyone's going to do it. So I went to the Tampa Comic-Con this past weekend. Really fun for the most part, I learned a lot of stuff, went there for the artists and the writers. That's just me. But there were some red flags. First one.
Red pills, hopefully?
Nope, no red pills. just red flags. So when I went out to get lunch outside, there was a bunch of hateful, like a hate group of Christians, which is the worst type of Christian, out there with the signs held up, saying you need Jesus, and anti-gay, anti-porn, anti-feminist, every little thing, every little quote unquote sin in the book. They got these signs up here. They're yelling at people walking outside in cosplay. It's pretty sick shit, And it's like nobody's doing anything about it, And like I'm over here just watching it happen. I was thinking to myself, man, I wish I could go out there and be a vigilante, like actually do something about this, But even the police outside are just walking past these people. They're literally spewing hate at anyone walking outside, and no one's doing a damn thing about it, And I told the guys, and Jaron, you said it's freedom of speech, but it's like
it is freedom of speech.
It is, yeah. But it's like no one's helping. Like people aren't helping each other. Like you're out there literally
helping each other from what?
Bro, when you're out there literally alienating people and bringing them down when they're trying to have fun, and nobody's telling these people to disperse.
Sam,
bro,
they do that with everything, bro. They do that. Anybody having fun, they try. There's always somebody trying to bring somebody down. You go to a wrestling event, you're trying to have fun. There's always going to be some fat asshole in the back trying to bring you down. Like you go anywhere, somebody's trying to bring somebody down. You can't really do anything about that, bro. Like it goes back to the thing where it's like that homeless man was bothering me, or he stunk or some shit. Whatever he said that one week where a stinky man came and talked to me. So we need security everywhere. Like, dude, just people out there. People are always going to protest.
Well,
I understand that's probably the first time to protest person, maybe. But
no, not the first time. It's just like when people are actively going out of their way to like ruin something fun, you'd think somebody would step up and like.
But you're making a mistake.
No,
you're making a mistake.
Okay, go ahead.
Because listen, man, look, use what they call in sociology, ethnocentrism, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Those people that you think were spreading hate, whether they were or not, I don't even know what's going on there, but from what you're telling me, I'll buy it. They're spreading hate. In their minds, they conceive that idea enough to believe it to be a reality, to take action upon it, to craft signs, gather like a public gathering to protest. They believe that they're right.
Yeah.
Did they cause any physical harm? Did they hold people down and try to convert them? Did you see that?
I didn't see anybody throwing hands.
Were they cussing people out? Were they saying
they were cussing people out?
They were semi-peacefully. In today's time, I'll call that peacefully.
Sure.
Because riots today are unbelievable. But they were exercising their freedom of speech.
I mean, I get you. I get you. I'm just saying it, and this isn't gonna change shit. I'm just saying it's wrong to have something good being ruined by some assholes.
But they
And
believe they were right, though.
And nobody's doing anything about it. Just
Well,
okay.
what were they to do, Adam? They were not physically assaulting or hurting people.
That's the problem, though, man. That's exactly what we talked about last week. Where some mental abuse.
Oh, let Corn speak. He's been trying to chime in for a minute. Let him speak.
Go ahead.
Listen, but go back to what you said, bro, which is kind of weird to say, is that you said, and I wish we didn't do this on the air, but like you just said, is you wish you were a vigilante, and do what vigilantes do, which is hurt people, hurt criminals.
Not actively attack. Not actively attack. You go up and say, hey, enough of this. You know, I don't know, man. It was.
Are they going to listen?
I mean, I don't.
Probably not.
Stand in front of them with a cape on and say, hey, don't do this. You think they're really going to listen to you?
I mean,
That's just going to egg them on more.
See, me, what I would do, I'd go up and ask them what the fuck they're talking about. I try and get some more info from them. But this is like, I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's free, like, unless they were literally taking people, like Clint said, hold them down, saying, you're a piece of shit, you're a sinner, you porn watcher, like you can't, like that's not policeable. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not policeable. Like, there's nothing. Like you said, cops are walking by just letting it go because what are they doing? They're to everybody else, they're probably looking stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who was giving them the time of day, really? Who was paying any attention?
Not many.
I could see if they're blocking traffic or something, or if they were, or if they're throwing water on people as they're walking by, or wine, or whatever.
They were infringing on other people's freedoms.
Yeah, that's
then But that go ahead. I was gonna say that reminds me of another incident I saw maybe a month ago or so, where this pastor was out evangelizing in Toronto, Canada, on like one of the gay streets or gay corners or whatever, and was preaching the word of God, literally not bothering anybody, and the cops arrested him. Like, and all those people were sitting there saying he was saying this wrong and saying that wrong. And he was just trying to have a conversation with the people.
That's the thing, Jaron. That's what I'm saying. That person probably was doing it the right way and still got arrested. What I'm saying is,
but look at it this. But how are they doing it the wrong way? Is what I'm saying. How is that any different than this pastor going out and saying what he has to say than those people going out and saying what they have to say?
You just have to see both sides and understand that this was actually using religion the wrong way. Whereas what you're talking about, somebody was going out other way to teach it and getting arrested for just. But
how is that for you to decide that they're using their religion the wrong way? Like, they're using their religion how they see their religion.
I guess
they believe they're right, bro.
And when the moment that they start infringing on other people's freedoms and other people's religions, then it becomes a problem. But until then, what can you do? Like you said, nobody was giving them a time of day. Like can you give an example of what they were doing to be a nuisance?
But I'll tell you, I think I know what this is, though. I think I know why you're so shook up by this, Adam, is because you were at an event that is a part of yourself.
Yeah.
Like Comic-Con or whatever it was that you're at is like a part of you. Like, you love that stuff, and you felt personally attacked by these people, so it hit harder.
I mean, fair enough.
That's probably what we're looking at.
It just felt like it had no place there.
You got to realize that the moment we start labeling hate speech and then turning that into a crime, oh my God.
You're done.
The powers that be, the government's going to really be happy then.
That goes against everything we say on this podcast every week or every month.
Yeah.
Because then
every month
decides what hate speech is.
All right.
Unless they were physically doing harm and assaulting people, they can peacefully protest, even though they were cussing and probably crazy, but yeah.
That's no different than people saying fuck Donald Trump and that's a peaceful protest in somebody's house.
Exactly.
So there's no difference.
So there's no case there, man.
All right, fine.
Like, again, it's something you care about, but dude, you really have to watch the way you think. Like, I'm glad you're not a cop. I'm just saying that right now. Because talking like 10 minutes ago when you brought it up, I'm just saying, let me finish. The way you're talking like 10 minutes ago, yeah. I mean, that's why we have these conversations, so that you don't think like that. So it's not like, oh, these people deserve to be punched or killed or whatever. beat up.
I wasn't saying all that.
To arrest them, you know what I'm saying? Like that precedent that sets a bad thing onto human existence.
All right, man. Fair enough. I wasn't
In
saying
America, please.
All right.
But I mean, good topic though. Good topic. Yeah, it's good to talk about.
It's good for the listeners to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Because it's all the different perspectives of us, you know, and other guests that come on that make the show. So it's good. It's
and there's people that can relate to each and every one of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's people that are agreeing with you right now. Why not a harsher penalty? But you know,
that's just the thing. Like, I wasn't saying actively attack these people. I'm saying maybe someone.
But you basically saying arrest them though.
I'm saying go up to them and be like, "Hey, you guys need to leave."
They're not going to listen to that.
You said become a vigilante. Why can't you do that as a person? What's the fucking difference?
Exactly.
Well, the vigilante thing is just a, you know, something that's over the top. But when you're passionate about something, yeah, you're thinking over the top in any department for it. If this was a wrestling event, would you feel differently?
No. Dude, I used to work at a chicken turkey thing, and they protested every week. When I worked at Daikin, they protested. No protest is different than the other unless it gets violent.
Okay.
It's all yelling and signs and all this different shit. I never participate in it because I just don't do protests. Like, why? I just don't see any point in it. But listen, this thing.
We already had a podcast if it's effective or not. We all said it wasn't. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we had a podcast about it, but no, I would not feel any different if it was a wrestling event. It's happened before. I may not have been there in person. I might be like, man, fuck those dudes. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not gonna be like, they should be slapped in the face for this, or they should be taken to jail, or doing it. They're doing what they're supposed to do, which is freedom of speech. They're expressing their freedom of speech. Period.
Yeah, you make good points. I think I was just overreacting a little. I don't see it much. So it's just
you were up in your feelings, boy.
I was in my feelings. I will definitely agree that I was in my feelings. I was like, why are these people trying to take away the fun from those who don't get to experience stuff much? But whatever, you guys make good points. Granted, the word vigilante is wrong to use here. Anyways, yeah, I got you. I got what you're putting down, and I picked it up. It's in my hands now.
Well, that's good because it's the law.
Okay.
Literally, yes. Now for some good feeling music. All right.
Okay. Good. Some nice cutting out feeling music. All right.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's cutting out.
That's some good bits and pieces of music. Anyways,
I feel like I've been teased.
Right.
Well, you want to send us the link and we'll play it. But yeah. Anyways, guys. That's all I had. That's all the roasting I had.
Roast, man. Just Anyway, anybody got anything else, man?
Hey, just grateful to be out here for another episode. I hope I gave some stuff that might work for you all, and it's just good to come out here and the exchanging of ideas. This is what it's all about. So hopefully it'll get everybody talking and thinking a little bit more.
Oh yeah, and look, we might have disagreed with one another on certain things in this podcast, but are we sitting here cussing each other out and hating each other? No.
No.
Because at the end of the day, we're men. What do? We agree to disagree and we move on with life, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's
It's like
the grass green.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Grass green and the sky blue, damn it. So,
And plus, you should always be leery of someone that agrees with you all the time on everything, because that's not right.
No, you can't be having that.
Something's wrong.
Something's very wrong.
Yeah.
So it makes the grass black and the sky purple.
Exactly.
But hey, I'm gonna have those links to all those red pill /game /life. I don't even call them life coaches, whatever. All those people that Clint and I mentioned, I'm gonna have links in the description.
Yeah, I'm gonna include Tommy Wiseau as well.
And I sent you a text message, Jaron, with that list that I wrote down, so you can find them and post the links.
Sounds good. I'll do that.
Because that's some red pill gold.
It's red gold, baby.
Some gold
red.
pill red.
And I ain't talking that ketchup, right? But Yeah, nobody's got anything else. Hell, Corn, you want to close us out, man? Also, fact check us. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions in the comments. We've been off the grid for a minute, but
We've been slacking quite a bit.
We'll keep this shit regular, man. Like
welcoming anyone back that wants to come back, you know.
Yeah.
Or new folks.
We got
Dude,
some but
I've been reaching out like crazy, by the way. I've been like texting people I haven't texted in like months. Like, hey man, if you go, hey, here's a link to the podcast or whatever.
Yeah, we lost a little bit of eliciting audience, but that's what happens when you on fire and then you kind of just let it go out.
When you don't post, yeah, man, that's just the way of the world.
I think this one will be a pretty powerful one to get us back in the game.
This one's gonna be a banger, man. This one's gonna be a banger. I already know.
Yeah. This is going to get people talking because I'm sure a majority of the listeners have never even heard of, the red pill.
We don't want to assume, but I mean, it's possible.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hell, Corn, you want to close this out, man?
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody. This is Contemporary Comrades. Clint, thank you for coming on. You've been on here. I don't know how many times.
3 or 4 times now, man.
I think it's 4.
Hey, I love it, man. Thanks for having me out.
Oh yeah, welcome back anytime, man.
And like Adam said, you're an honorary member, bro. It's like,
of course,
I appreciate it.
Get some in, come in. Adam, oh shit, Adam, you got any plugs?
Any plugs? I just want to call out, give a shout out to our sponsor, Reebok. They've been repping us for a while, so we got to rep them back. I'll always buy Reebok tennis shoes for work. Man, they do my feet well. So gotta give Reebok a nice call out. They'll be sending us a couple pennies each. Say what?
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're great, man.
Hey, Jaron, you got?
Yeah, check out the Shadow Bundles podcast. First off,
It's not the Shadow Bundles podcast.
Whatever. Check out the Shadow Bundles SoundCloud channel to find all the other podcasts that are on the channel.
I am renaming the channel to have that.
Okay. Well, check out that, and then and then if you're in need of any books from Amazon, we ship Prime. Hit up J&J Merchants on Amazon, please. We've got lots of books for you. Anything. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. Hey, be sure to go to Amazon and check out. What did you say it was? JJ's merch.
J&J Merchants. That's
JJ Merchants.
Yeah, check us out. We got a good amount of books on there, so y'all just buy something.
All right, yeah.
And they're good and honest people too, so they ain't gonna fuck you over for nothing.
And they're good quality books too. They're used, but damn it, they're in good quality. So get them for the low, and we ship Prime.
Speaking of, I'm gonna have quite a few books to give you after I graduate this fall too.
All right,
so
that sounds good.
But to the fans listening and everyone, thank you for listening. This is Corn, Jaron, Adam, and our special guest Clint, and it's Contemporary Comrades, and we will see you all next time.
Bye bye.